Ladies and gentlemen, there's no better way to get up in the morning than to get up with Garret. Garret is a third-generation success credentialed real estate entrepreneur who's here to give you tips, tricks, and share stories of success. Without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Garret Bedrin. Garret Bedrin.
Dougie, there I am, baby. I'm here. Keep that chair.
Buddy.
Keep that chair warm. I want you to keep your leg elevated. That's what that chair is there for. Keep it elevated. How you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. I'm getting there. You know, it is a process. It is something to get used to. I got a ways to go. For those who don't know, I tore my Achilles tendon, and they had to sew it back onto my calf muscle. So,
yeesh, that is a big deal. And I'm with you, Doug, the whole way. I can sympathize. I can empathize because I've actually been through the exact same injury.
Yeah.
And I know you can recover from this because I recovered to get back to my dad bod and be able to be a business athlete like I am. So, you know, it's going to take close to a year to really get back to normal. But in like 3 months, 4 months, you'll see that you can start to do things pain-free and slower than normal. But you got to stick with that PT. Shout out to all the physical therapists out there because that is so critical and crucial. You got to make that your business. And you're going to do it. If anyone can do it, I know you can do it, Dougie. So we're proud. We're rooting for you. I know my entire audience is sending their well wishes and hoping you get better soon. And I know your wife is probably sick of driving you around.
Oh, yeah. And she's pregnant. So I'm supposed to be taking care of her. Right. So, so we're, just in time. We'll be healed up just in time to run around chasing.
Perfect. So if anybody has a relationship with Uber or Lyft, you could always donate to Dougie's Uber Lyft fund. So his pregnant wife doesn't have to schlep him around.
Right.
Cool. So lots going on. The big thing I want to start with is we have had another extremely successful full circle project. We have sold, I guess, drum roll, brrring. we have sold our precious Hilltop House apartments, which is located in downtown Winston-Salem, North Carolina.
Nice.
And this was an incredible deal that we were really blessed to be a part of. It was brought to us from our friends at Meridian. I think one of the earlier episodes we had Charlie and Spencer, who do a lot of the investment sales and leasing brokerage. Good relationship, good friends of mine for a long time at Meridian in downtown Winston. And today we're going to have a couple special guests from Meridian who really were the heart and soul of this project and were able to allow our investors to see such a fantastic result. So the Hilltop House project is I don't know if you have a chance. Can you show? There's like an aerial photo I sent you. It's the hardest project to photograph because it's kind of 3 distinct buildings and it's on 2 different parcels of land and it makes up a few acres and it's just not easy to photograph because it's separate.
Do you want to start in chronological order and start off with the older picture, or do you want to just start running through them?
I don't know. All
right. Well, how about we'll start here.
What do you got?
Does that work?
Beautiful. Okay. So basically this shows like downtown Winston-Salem where all the big office buildings are.
Yeah.
And right by the NC of North Carolina. This is not going to do anything, right? If I use the pen.
No.
Is the meat of the project. So like the middle part, that middle part, kind of like a horseshoe, that is an old like Howard Johnson's motel that the developer converted to apartments. So that looks like your typical efficiency 2-story walk-up motel, and there's a courtyard in the back that faces the pool. So all those units kind of face the pool. And what he did was he took the little hotel rooms and he basically gutted them and connected them to make into an apartment. So like he kind of like back to back 2 rooms to make an apartment. And those are, I don't know, 600 square feet or so. They're not very big. Then to the north, go back.
Oh, good. Go back.
Yeah. Sorry, go back. Okay. So now take your mouse and just to the left of that building, you'll see like a little tower, Doug. Yeah, right there. So that was a brand new freestanding building. I guess that was built maybe in 2012, and that's very efficient, like great, just simple to run. It's got the roof. There's no interior amenities. There's no common type of heating and things like that. It's an exterior hallway, and there is an elevator and of course stairs. And all those units have really nice balconies looking at downtown Winston-Salem out the back. So that was really well built. And then on the other side of the street, I guess, yep, down, down, down. Keep going, keep going. Right there, there's like a red, yep, building. That was in 2014, I think, built, and that was a modular building. So that came in these kind of cubes that got hoisted up on cranes and put down on the foundation. So all three of these buildings together made up the Hilltop House project, and it includes a great amenity area with a cute little clubhouse and a coffee area and cyber cafe and gym, laundry, of course, and pool. But it's a massive piece of property in an incredible area downtown. It's walkable to everything. It's also near the highway. So we absolutely love this location. And when we bought it 3 years ago, we felt it was misunderstood for a couple of reasons. Some other people thought that the style of the apartment was a dated style with the outside hallway. Typically in the newer apartments that we're building, like in New Jersey and of course in North Carolina, you have an interior hallway, you have interior amenities. However, we felt that there was a certain group of the market, which is called workforce housing. So these are cops, these are nurses, these are people that work at the hospital, that they're not necessarily home that often. So they appreciate the ability just to go right up to their apartment and go in. They don't necessarily need to be in an interior hallway or interior waiting rooms or interior common rooms, because they're getting home at different times. They're tired. They just want to use the apartment, and they're willing to save money versus the brand new bells and whistles. So one of the secrets to our success here was that we were kind of well priced versus the competitors. We were always a few $100s less money. So it was very affordable, very reasonable. And so I want to introduce you to the team that really has kind of made this a spectacular finish for us, because the investors have, we haven't finalized like the exact number, but when you add up the returns that they got throughout the 3 years and of course the appreciation, they're pretty much doubling their money in that 3-year hold period. So it's really a fantastic return for them. And I know all the investors are thankful for the team that we built. So let's bring in our leadership team. I want to introduce everyone to Jordan and Landon from Meridian Realty Group, I think they're called, down there in Winston-Salem. There they are. Say hi, guys, this morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, so first of all, congratulations and thank you guys so much for helping us with this great project. Really was fantastic getting to know both of you and getting to work with you. And we're just so thankful and blessed for all the attention and love. You really treated this like your baby, and your like it was your investment. And so that means a lot from our family and our team of investors. I want you guys to really understand that.
Absolutely.
So I want to talk a little bit about what did we do here, Jordan, that made this a success. Obviously, I think it's no secret that the North Carolina market, the Winston-Salem, Greensboro, overall triad market has really been on fire. I mean, we keep reading in the paper about new jobs and new people coming to the area. And so although we've all did a great job here, there's a ton of kind of the luck of the area and the timing of things getting better. But what were some of the things that you think you added when you first took over for us 3 years ago?
I would say that the biggest thing was the community that we built with the residents. We brought in a really good team to make that happen. Just very personable. We care a lot about the residents, what they have going on in their lives, their jobs, their families, their pets. And we implemented a structure for resident events. We would do resident events pretty much once a month with a resident giveaway as well. And some of those events that we did were the most popular outside of the pool party. Our annual pool party is the one on Wednesday. We did trivias, we did Thanksgiving dinners, we did, gosh, we did so many different things. It was a really good way for the tenants to get to know us, feel comfortable with us, but also meet their neighbors. We have a lot of residents out here who have become really close friends. They go out in the evenings, on the weekends. We have made really good friends with a lot of the tenants who are still currently living here. We actually had one that moved to Ireland, and she just reached out to me this morning telling me how much she missed us, and how she would love to come back and visit. She's invited us to Ireland. So, the community aspect that we've built has been probably the biggest addition to Hilltop.
I agree. I think that's fantastic. When we first took over the property, I felt like that was something that was really lacking here, right? And that was something that was kind of, again, I'm all about being transparent and giving out the secrets to success with my podcast. So I felt like that's not so hard to do, right? Like it's not that big a deal to call a food truck, right? And set up, and put away a few $100s and set up a bagel event or a wine event. And I don't know why ownership doesn't do that in more cases in more properties around the country, because I feel like, the residents do want to be together. And for me, I always felt like the bigger sense of community we can create, the more likely those residents are going to speak positively about the community and are going to want to invite their friends to move in and live there. And if your friends live there, the more likely you're going to probably stay longer than average, which will cut down on Landon's time and costs painting and fixing and turning around an apartment, right? So I always felt like that's a no-brainer when you go into an apartment community project. You want to get people together. I think in the old days, there was this thought process of, the tenants shouldn't talk to each other, keep everything private, keep it all separate. And obviously financially, that's all private. But I think people are yearning, especially coming out of COVID, they're yearning for a sense of community and a sense of belonging. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So that was important and not a lot of money to do. I know we had some Yeti giveaways. I know I've spent some money on Yetis over the years. And I know that stuff was exciting. I've seen the bills. And then from a infrastructure, I know one of the big things we did right away, you helped me recognize that there were a lot of pets here in the community, and we needed to really be extra pet friendly and go out of our way to be welcoming to our fur babies and all our friends. So I know one of the things we spent some money on out of the gate was a brand new dog park, right?
Yep.
Doug, do you have a picture of the dog park by any chance? Did I give you that one?
Let's see what we got here. 1 second.
I think you do, hopefully. If not, we'll have to envision what one looks like.
I believe it is this one.
Perfect. Yeah. So I couldn't find the before picture so quickly, but where that area is, I think was just kind of some old grass and shrubs, and it wasn't really anything nice, if I recall. It was just kind of left. And we came in, and Jordan did a lot of research and found, I guess, an AstroTurf type product that we were able to purchase, and we did all the new fencing. And for me, I think this was not a small dollar amount, but just a very obvious kind of thing to add, where we invited our residents to bring their dogs. And what happens when you bring your dogs, you meet other people with dogs, and again, growing that sense of community. So how have the residents, Jordan, taken to this amenity? Are they excited about it?
They are. They really like it. There's tons of residents who use it, and there have been plenty of residents who have made friends, and we've got dog friends out here, and it's been really good. It's been really good.
Awesome. And then I think some of the other things we did, I don't know if Doug has any more pictures around the pool. I think we bought some new pool furniture and upgraded the grills. I think we resurfaced the pool at some juncture. And, those are things that, again, inspire the sense of community. I mean, look at that view. You're literally seeing downtown Winston-Salem from the pool. That's the famous old Wells Fargo. I think it's the Wells Fargo Center. And, you want to inspire your residents to be together, to use the amenities, to be outside, because you want them to feel like they're getting a good value for what they're paying for. They're not just renting an apartment, they're renting the Hilltop lifestyle, right? Which includes barbecues, events, time at the pool, breakfast, a downtown walkable lifestyle. So I think that's attractive, especially at a very reasonable price point, where we've been. Landon, can we talk a little bit about some of the physical improvements we made when we bought the property? I know one of the things we had to do as part of the loan was do a number of kind of green and water efficient upgrades to the property.
Uh-huh.
Can you help talk about some of that work? I know that took you maybe 6 months to a year to kind of really get your arms around.
We the original building here at BCD was originally built in the 60s. So it had some older fixtures, and it was just kind of the infrastructure of the building was kind of dated. So with the green project, they went through and replaced all LED lighting, high efficiency lighting. We done the aerators and all the faucets for water consumption. And then they went through one building and redone all of the stackable washer and dryers with Energy Star appliances and everything else. And yeah, it was quite the project. It was a little over 500 exterior lights and light fixtures, and it was a little over 400 interior. So yeah, it was quite the project, that's for sure.
Yeah. Now you had, did you have shower heads too? Was that part of it as well?
Oh yeah, we done. Yes, sorry, it's been a while, so I don't remember every little thing about it. But yeah, we done the shower heads and that as well. So anything the plumbing wise.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went through and wrapped the water heaters. And
yes. Oh, I remember that.
Every unit as efficient and green as possible.
Yeah. So, and Jordan, from your perspective, I mean, is that something that residents are talking about when they're looking at a community? Do they care about that the fixtures are, modern and updated and are safe and better for the environment or save them on bills? I mean, do you hear that response from them?
We do. We hear more about the look of the fixtures than we do the savings, the efficiency of everything in their apartment. It's hit or miss on that, though. The ones who are out here, we have college students here. They're not the ones paying the bills, but the ones who are paying the bills, it does matter to them. And I think that they're very appreciative of what we've done.
Absolutely. I mean, look, inflation has been out of control. So, your gas prices are insane. And so if you can save, a little bit of money on your bill, whether it's your electric bill, your water bill, because of some improvements that the landlord has made, I think people should be excited about that. And then what about on the washer dryer side? Is that something that is a positive to residents? Like, do they desire and will they pay more money if they can have an apartment that has their own washer dryer in it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's something that is a good investment for an owner of a project like this to, even though there may be a bigger upfront cost, you can get that back in rent.
100%. It has worked out wonderful for us.
That's been good for us.
We've
Perfect.
had absolutely zero pushback on it.
Got it. And I just want everyone to understand that, yeah, it's exciting that, and it's great for obviously our family and our investors that we're able to do a project like this, but nothing happens without, a great team. And so, Jordan and Landon have been fantastic leaders, and there's also other folks that I want to thank and mention on a team. Do you have the photo, Dougie? There's like 5 or 6 team members together in the picture. Did I give you that photo yesterday or this morning? Did you fall asleep on me? Or are you there? There it is. Beautiful. So, all right. So let's just highlight the team here. So the knuckleheads on the border with the hats on, those are the guys in the office. That's Charlie and Spencer. We've met them before on the show. So let's focus on the interior. We've got Landon there on the left. of course, Jordan, and then that's Ant, which I'm assuming is short for Anthony. And then Carol has been with us, my gosh. I mean, has she been at Hilltop like 10 years, would you say?
She went close to it, 7 or 8.
7 or 8 years. Yeah, I mean, she was there before we all got there. Absolutely. So Carol obviously assists Jordan and does the leasing and, a million other projects. Ant, assists Landon in repairs and maintenance, and obviously Charlie and Spencer helping us find the right projects to purchase and helping us to find the right buyers that want to purchase the project when we're finished, upgrading it or turning it around or whatever the program is. So that's the team right there, and we're forever thankful for them thinking of us and treating our properties like their children and doing a great job. I mean, doubling your money in 3 years. I don't think investors can ask for a better return than that. So now it's our job to get back out there and find some more great properties for the team. So I think that's it. I just wanted to kind of share that positive vibe with everyone, and wish you guys well. I'm sorry we're not going to be working together on the project going forward, but you are staying on with the project, and so I know there's some wonderful opportunities for you to grow with the new owners and continue to service and take care of the residents in the top quality. And anything you guys ever need, I'm always here, and Michael's always here for you. We consider you guys as part of our family, so don't be strangers. Stay in touch, right?
Yeah.
And anything else you want to add about Winston-Salem or Hilltop before we sign off with you guys?
No, I think we're all right.
We covered
You're
it
all good.
Yes.
We got it all.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right, so we'll see you guys later. And Dougie, let's continue talking. I want to give the audience some updates about the Hedges project in New Jersey.
Thank you,
All
guys.
right, we'll see you guys. See you later.
Awesome, great stuff.
Yeah, it's a really good story. I think when you look at the project physically, it's not necessarily, in all honesty, it's not necessarily the cover of the brochure project, right? It doesn't shine and it doesn't look like Hedges, right? It just doesn't. But that doesn't mean it can't be a great investment. And, it's important for the audience to understand that there are all different types of people out there who need an apartment. An apartment is a commodity. It's something we all need. You need it in the beginning of your life when you're in school, getting out of school, starting up, as you're building your net worth, your career, et cetera, your family. And it's something that you always need towards the end of your life when you're slowing down. Maybe your kids are out of the house. You don't need as large of a place. And now we're finding that there's a big group of people that want an apartment in the middle of life because, maybe they appreciate traveling more and they don't want to have to take care of their snow and their lawn. And, they like the common amenities. They'd rather just cut a check for the extra stuff. And this project shined really bright because we understood right away that our community of nurses, of let's say X-ray technicians, of police officers, of EMT workers, of teachers, that was a group of people who absolutely wanted to live here and saw the value. Let's say the rent was $900 or $1,000, but yet if they went to the brand new fancy place, it was, $1,300, $1,400, $1,500. So in their mind, sure, the brand new is, if it's the same price, the brand new is going to win all day long. But they looked at it and said, we're not home all day. We're working odd hours. Maybe we don't have to pay for all those extra bells and whistles. So it's important as an investor to understand who's your audience, right? Understand who is your audience. Have you done a market study to figure out who will be living here? We hire a company called Besta, and they help us understand who are the 3 or 4 groups that are likely to rent these apartments. Are these divorcees? Are these downsizers? Are these college students? When you identify who that group is, that will help you figure out what type of amenities to offer, right? What the right pricing strategy should be. Is it a single person or is it 2 or 3 professionals sharing the rent? It's important to understand all that. So there were other groups that we showed Hilltop to, and they passed on it. And I'm not looking to throw shade at anyone, but it's important to understand, like, some people just didn't understand this project.
Mm-hmm.
And because they didn't understand the project, they missed out on a tremendous opportunity to double their money in 3 years. And I just want to make sure that the audience understands, even if it's a little different than what you've done before, you still want to dive in and understand who the audience is, and don't be afraid to, try to figure out how to talk to that audience and understand that. So I'm proud of our team for doing that. Like Jordan said, we created a sense of community that didn't ever exist there. And so now people, we kind of made it a cool place to be.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Absolutely. That's a nice little spot right downtown. Got a pool. Got enough amenities for me.
I mean, Dougie, I think you're sold, right? You got a pool, you
Yeah.
got a little gym, and it's not the brand new pool, it's not the brand new gym, but sometimes it's good enough. You're also not paying for the top price. So that was part of the success also, being right, knowing your price point and being a couple $100 less than the brand new property. So we have software that helps us understand that, weekly, to see where we are, how we compete against the competitors.
Very nice.
All right, Dougie. So that wraps up the Hilltop House investment. You always say, fall in love with your children. Don't fall in love with your real estate, because, this was the right time to move on. The timing was hot. The market was hot. And with interest rates changing, war in Ukraine, potential recession, all these things ahead that are unknown. I can't predict what's going to be the next 3 years, right? So this was the time to finalize the project and give back the investors their capital, and then start looking at the next opportunities. So that's what we're paid to do. Let's switch gears, Dougie.
Yeah.
And do you want to show the drone video?
Yes.
For those that haven't been following along for the past year, we're kind of getting pretty close to finishing the family legacy project here, called Hedges at Hawthorne. It's 118 luxury apartments right by the train, that you can walk to the train and go to New York City. And it's a beautiful health and lifestyle driven residence for people to live in, all from Bergen, Passaic County, all over the area. There we go. There's our video starting. And you can see most of the front facade is finished. It's really, really very pretty brick and hardy plank, white and gray, and this really spectacular blue color for the roofs. And the retail building is also just about finished on the exterior. Planet Fitness will be starting their work inside shortly. We're hoping that our first residents will move in late fall. That's the self-storage building, of course, as well. That's 120,000 square feet of storage. But yeah, that's a great view there. I mean, look, we've really come a long way, Dougie.
Oh yeah, looking good. Wow.
Yeah, absolutely. The floors got installed in the apartments. The kitchen cabinets are coming next week, which is exciting. And I know the closet, we hired a closet company. We're doing like really upgraded, very special closets here. And I think they're doing the samples next week. So I've got to get back and take a look at those as well. They're going to lay out the different walk-in closets.
Nice.
Trying to think what else. We are definitely in the market. If you know of any really cool kind of healthy eating options, coffee, like whether it's like a sweet berry bowls, beets, playa bowls, those type of places that sell the smoothies, the acai bowls, the green salads, green shakes, all that healthy lifestyle. We'd love to meet an entrepreneur in that world who would sign up here and open their restaurant. I certainly think you could do like a coffee shop, a really cool coffee shop, grab and go. Again, right by the train, makes total sense. And your neighbors with Planet Fitness. So after someone works out, they're probably going to want a smoothie, a coffee, hang out a little bit.
Absolutely.
So we're excited about continuing that project. Some of the doors have been hung in the closets. Every time I go over there, there's just new progress. Soon you'll start the paving. it's just it's all coming together quick here, and
It is.
you know, we're excited to show some of the residents of Hawthorne. Maybe around Hawthorne Day, we'll do some little peekaboo tours, or have to see what we're allowed to do. But that'll be at the end of I think it's the end of September is Hawthorne Day. So we'll obviously have a big tent with some giveaways, and
Nice.
we'll be able to create a lot of excitement. And if you're still interested in getting information about hedges, we have not kind of launched the final kickoff yet. So if you put your information on the Hedges at Hawthorne website, we still have all that information. You haven't missed anything. Don't worry. We just haven't taken it to the next step yet. But we're working in the background on all of that. So soon we'll have kind of leasing kickoff dates and prices to share. Just didn't want to do that too early until certain things got delivered, like the kitchen cabinets.
Is there a estimated date? Do we have an estimated time frame?
You know, we're targeting like mid-October that we can have our staff in there with our leasing office and, you know, doing some of those things. But I don't know the exact kind of certificate of occupancy date because it's multiple stages. There's certain floors in the building that are ahead of other floors. So, you know, perhaps the town will allow us to open up, you know, 10 or 20 units or a certain amount in stages while other parts are being finalized. So yeah, I've got to be a little careful on that. I don't really have too much of a specific date. I don't want to overpromise because we don't have the date yet.
All good. Nice. Good stuff.
So yeah, Dougie, I think that's pretty much it for this week. We have a guest lined up for next Thursday, a friend of mine, Juan, who sold his company recently and is looking to get into some real estate investing. So we're going to talk a little bit about his story. It has to do with the digital payment space in other countries also, which is kind of cool.
Wow.
And you know, it'll be very cool to kind of share his entrepreneurial story and his exit and kind of what happened there for him. And then we're going to kind of talk a little bit live about, you know, what his next steps should be in terms of real estate investing and what kind of questions he has. And we're going to, you know, talk live and help him understand is passive investing in commercial real estate. Is that something that, you know, could be a good fit for him in the future?
Nice. Great stuff.
So that's it. Anything else you want
Awesome.
to talk about? I mean, you know, Elon Musk is out there doing lots of things. Tesla may have this the big stock split. I'm not sure if that's happening yet or not, but it's an interesting, you know, we had a fantastic July in the stock market, a huge rally, but there's still a lot of people that are kind of unsure, like, you know, are we going to give that back, or did we really, you know, did the market kind of bottom in, you know, April, May, June, and now it's starting to work its way back? It's still uncertainty with what's going on. The other thing we need to keep aware of is there's this potential Senate bill that may eliminate something called carried interest, which is huge to hedge fund operators, private equity operators, and real estate operators. So we need to understand more about it. Has to do with taxes on how we're paid after we successfully exit a property, like we just did. So definitely important that our family understands kind of what's being talked about and what potential changes may occur. So we'll keep the audience updated as we learn more too.
Absolutely.
It's fast. It's happening fast, Dougie.
Oh yeah, it looks good though. Everything looks good.
All good stuff. Lots of we're finalizing a few leases right now, so lots of good things to share probably next week. Some good activity. People are out there. They want to be together. They want to open stores. So that's exciting.
Nice. Great
All right,
stuff.
my man.
Great stuff. All right.
So
oh, you want to go? You want to go? I was going to.
No, you going.
All right. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Get Up with Garrett, and we'll see you next time.